witnessing history in motion.
And now, making his arrival, let us give our full attention to the arrival of the Honorable Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, accompanied by Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail, the gracious host of this evening's prestigious gala, extending Malaysia's warmest welcome to all guests present.
Now with their arrival, we're now prepared to usher in an evening of elegance, celebration and shared aspirations among the distinguished leaders and delegates present here tonight. We are deeply honored to have with us this evening the heads of state and government from ASEAN member states, Timor-Leste, the Gulf Cooperation Council and the People's Republic of China, accompanied by their spouses as well as distinguished ministers, secretaries general, permanent representatives, youth leaders and eminent persons from across the ASEAN region and beyond.
Yeah. And of course, the gala dinner is more than a formal event. It is alongside of nations and the promise of a brighter ASEAN future. It is a powerful reminder that diplomacy also lives in culture, in shared smiles and in moments like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presence of the heads of state, government leaders and high-level delegations underscores one powerful truth, that ASEAN is not merely a geographical region. It is a community of shared purpose, rich diversity and enduring hope. Now, as the leaders gather for high-level plenaries, bilateral meetings and ceremonial moments itself, each handshake, each signed document, each shared smile represents a collective investment in our region's future. From Kuala Lumpur to the rest of the Southeast Asia and the world, this is ASEAN in motion, united in vision, stronger as one.
And now making his entrance, His Excellency Kerala Zanana Gusmao from Timor-Leste, and tonight marks another significant step for Timor-Leste's increasing engagement within ASEAN's framework. And this evening, the guests are warmly welcomed by the lovely and the gracious couple, Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail.
And what makes ASEAN unique is not its uniformity, but its ability to embrace differences and still move forward together. Whether it's through consensus-driven diplomacy or regional frameworks for peace or shared economic platforms, ASEAN is a testament of what's possible over division.
And adding a touch of cultural elegance to tonight's gala dinner, the guests are seen wearing beautifully crafted batik, a proud symbol of Southeast Asian heritage. The vibrant patterns and rich textiles reflect the region's diversity and artistic traditions, while also honoring Malaysia's cultural identity as host of the ASEAN Summit 2025. And this shared appreciation for heritage through attire brings a colorful and meaningful dimension to the evening's ceremony.
We'd now like to welcome President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan of the United Arab Emirates. A bridge between continents and a dynamic force in global innovation, the United Arab Emirates is a vital strategic partner in trade, energy and digital growth, entirely reflecting ASEAN's expanding global ambitions. As ASEAN is a region where diversity is not a challenge, but entirely a strength. From our highland traditions of Laos to maritime heritage of the Philippines, from Brunei's royal legacy to Indonesia's vibrant archipelago to each country itself bringing a unique cultural thread that weaves into the fabrics of this remarkable community as a whole.
And talking about the ties, the Gulf Cooperation Council GCC played a significant role in the ASEAN Summit 2025 held in Kuala Lumpur tonight. And this collaboration was highlighted by the convening of the second ASEAN GCC Summit and the ASEAN GCC China Summit, underscoring a deepening partnership between Southeast Asia and the Gulf region. The ASEAN GCC Summit centered on enhancing strategic ties across various sectors, such as the economic cooperation, political collaboration, cultural and social exchange. And on the discussion emphasized the importance of a unified stance on global issues, including the situation in many countries. GCC leaders called for immediate international action to address some of the humanitarian crises.
Now, this region is also home to some of the world's oldest and most diverse spiritual traditions, from Buddhism and Islam to Christianity, Hinduism, and indigenous beliefs. At the ASEAN Summit here in Kuala Lumpur, these spiritual heritages do find common ground, championing ASEAN's collective voice on this third stage. Now, across rivers and islands, through bustling capitals and tranquil villages, ASEAN pulses with life.
Well, in this matter, Thailand and Malaysia have long shared a robust and multifaceted relationship characterized by deep-rooted economic, cultural, and diplomatic ties. Their collaboration is particularly evident in areas such as trade, border security, and regional stability. Both nations are committed to enhancing bilateral relations and addressing common challenges, including transnational issues, and their shared interest in promoting peace and development in the region underscore the strength of their partnership. At the 46th ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur, the leaders of Thailand and Malaysia reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening these ties. Discussions centered on advancing economic integration, enhancing connectivity, and fostering people-to-people exchanges. The summit provided a platform for both countries to collaborate.
We now welcome Samdech Thabade, Prime Minister Hanmanit of Cambodia, representing a nation with a beautiful, deep cultural heritage. And Cambodia continues to champion regional peace and understanding as a whole, reminding us that history and harmony walk hand in hand in ASEAN's journey.
Well, as we can see, Cambodia and Malaysia share a long-standing and evolving bilateral relationship characterized by mutual respect, economic cooperation, and cultural exchange. Well, their diplomatic ties were officially established decades ago and have seen flourish across various sectors.
ASEAN's diplomacy just not as policy but a cultural principle rooted in mutual respect, patience, and the power of listening. In a world often marked by speed and pressure, ASEAN remains committed to dialogue, to gradual progress, and to leaving no member behind. And that is not indecision, it is entirely intention. The ASEAN way may move slowly, but we move together. And in togetherness, we find strength with each other. Entering the venue is the Prime Minister of Singapore, Lawrence Wong. Now, this is a symbol of continuity and innovation. Singapore stands at the forefront of ASEAN's economic and digital transformation, a shining beacon of excellence and integration in the region.
His Excellency Lawrence Wong, Prime Minister of the Republic of Singapore. A key economic and diplomatic ally, Singapore plays a central role in ASEAN's future forward agenda.
Now, at this summit, leaders are not just speaking to each other.
Proud to showcase to our distinguished ASEAN guests, from the delicate floral decorations to the ambient lighting, every detail is crafted to create a warm and inviting atmosphere.
Arriving next is the Prime Minister of Sanazzai of the Laos People's Democratic Republic, situated at the heart of mainland Southeast Asia. Laos plays a pivotal role in strengthening ASEAN's connectivity, infrastructure and sustainable development goals. And here in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, where tradition meets transformation, Malaysia stands as the perfect host for the 46th ASEAN Summit. A founding member of the ASEAN and a long-time proponent of the whole nation, Malaysia's leadership reflects quiet diplomacy, cultural richness, and a commitment to progress that honors the past without being bound by it. Now the summit is all about togetherness, a space of gift, spirit, and stewardship on the region.
And since establishing diplomatic relations in 1966, both nations have worked diligently to enhance their bilateral engagement across various sectors. Malaysia and Laos share a growing and multifaceted partnership underpinned by strong diplomatic ties, robust economic cooperation, and shared regional aspirations.
A few regions in the world can boast the kind of diversity ASEAN holds. 10 nations, over 650 million people, hundreds of languages and tapestry of faiths and culture. Entering next is Premier Li Chang of the Republic of China. As one of ASEAN's most vital dialogue partners, China's engagement spans trade, infrastructure, and sustainability. A various relationship that underscores peace, prosperity, and regional independence.
And with China, a major global partner and a key player in regional stability and development, China's participation adds great significance to this ASEAN Summit 2025.
While global alliances often hinge on power, ASEAN's strength together lies in something more subtle consensus. Now, it may take time, but it may test patience, but decisions here are built on dialogue, not domination. In this world of geopolitical tension, ASEAN stands as a calm center, guided not by force, but with steady pull of cooperation.
China and Malaysia have cultivated a robust and multifaceted Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. A formidable global leader, his presence here affirms strong diplomatic ties between ASEAN and the Arab world.
Not half of ASEAN's population under the age of 30, a fact that transforms the summit from a gathering of today's leaders into a promise of tomorrow's. With youth-driven entrepreneurship, innovation and digital fluency on the rise, ASEAN must now evolve its governance to match the pulse of its people. The ASEAN Malaysia 2025 Summit is, in part, a passing of the baton.
And talking about the bilateral relationship between Malaysia and Saudi Arabia, both countries share a long-standing and multifaceted relationship grounded in deep cultural, religious and economic ties. With both nations maintaining embassies in each other's capitals, over the decades, this partnership has flourished, encompassing various sectors include trade, investment, religious affairs and tourism.
Now, peace in ASEAN is not taken for granted. It is protected through various dialogues, nurtured through understanding and upheld through unity. That's what makes this summit so critical. Arriving now is President Prabowo Subianto of the Republic of Indonesia. Indonesia, the world's largest archipelagic state, stands as a regional powerhouse and a vital force in driving ASEAN's unity, leadership, and global standing. Aspirational to strategic, people-focused, and grounded in today's realities, this summit marks a crucial step in turning long-term goals into lived realities.
And as founding members of ASEAN, both nations have played instrumental roles in shaping the vision of regional stability, economic integration, and collective progress. Over the decades, their relationship has endured challenges from territorial disputes to economic competition, yet their commitment to ASEAN's principles has remained strong.
To regional cooperation, the Philippines continue to champion inclusive development and multilateral solutions for today's challenges. And today, at the ASEAN Summit, they're here to prove it.
Malaysia and Philippines share a close and historically rich relationship rooted in geographic proximity, shared cultural heritage, and strong regional cooperation through ASEAN. Diplomatic ties were formally established in 1959, and over the decades, both nations have collaborated in various sectors, including trade, education, defense, and disaster response. Today, both countries continue to strengthen their ties through bilateral initiatives, ASEAN platforms, and people-to-people connections, aiming to build more stable, prosperous, and united Southeast Asian region.
In a world often defined by division, ASEAN offers something completely different, a space for solutions and discussions, not choosing sides but creating room for conversion, conversation, creativity, and cooperation, where togetherness is achieved.
The Honorable Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim and Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail welcome the President of the Philippines. The gracious host of this evening's prestigious gala, extending Malaysia's warmest welcome to all guests present.
Joining us is Amir Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Ahmad Al-Mubarak Al-Sabah of the state of Kuwait. Kuwait, with a rich diplomatic legacy, continues to strengthen ASEAN's interregional cooperation and shared global vision for a more peaceful and connected world.
Kuwait is a key member of the Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC), a political and economic alliance that includes 6 Gulf countries. As part of the GCC, Kuwait plays a strategic role in Middle Eastern economic policy, energy cooperation, and regional diplomacy. When it comes to ASEAN, Kuwait is not a member, but it maintains a strong and growing relationship with ASEAN as a dialogue and development partner. Kuwait has shown increasing interest in strengthening economic investment and energy ties with Southeast ASEAN countries. Through GCC ASEAN summits and joint initiatives, Kuwait seeks to collaborate in areas such as energy cooperation, trade and investment, education and cultural exchanges, humanitarian and development aid. In recent years, Kuwait has also contributed to humanitarian efforts in ASEAN member states, including disaster relief and support for refugees.
Now the summit begins not with speeches, but with presence.
Arriving next, His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al-Bolkiah Muhyiddin wa Daulah Ibni Al-Marhum Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Saadul Khairi Waddin, Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam. A respected and long-standing figure in ASEAN leadership, His Majesty's presence adds great honor to tonight's occasion.
This is more than protocol. This is a procession of partnership, with each arrival signifying trust in ASEAN's collective journey and belief in the ASEAN Summit. Now, at moments like this, leaders come not to compete, but to collaborate, to listen and lead together, hand in hand. Whether from the Mekong River or the Arabian Peninsula, the arrivals today mark a convergence of regions, histories and ambitions of shared progress.
The Royal Grace of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al-Bolkiah of Brunei Darussalam adds a distinguished presence to tonight's ASEAN Summit Gala dinner. His Majesty's attendance reflects Brunei's deep commitment to regional unity and diplomacy. With his poise and regal demeanor, the Sultan brings a sense of tradition, dignity and harmony to this evening's celebration, a symbol of ASEAN's enduring bonds and shared respect among nations.
Excellencies, Crown Prince and Prime Minister Sabah, Premier Lee Chiang, Tuanku Sultan Brunei, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real honor and pleasure to have and organize the unique meeting and conference. ASEAN, one of the first most peaceful, one of the fastest growing economy in the world. GCC, they have changed the paradigm of the general impression about the Arabs, has gone through phenomenal growth with such new technology, AI, etc. And our great friend and neighbor, China. This is a meeting of minds, of people who want to develop their countries, who believe in independence and right, multilateral arrangements. What is this meeting? It's a multilateral arrangements to enhance trade, increase investments. I am delighted to be able to host this meeting. And I mentioned this morning, Crown Prince and Premier Lee Chiang, that it is not just a meeting of countries, but the support, the affection, the trust of ASEAN leaders is unrivaled and unique, and I must say thank you. And for GCC to join us, this is your partner. Prime Minister, please be assured this partnership must be built based on trust, and we are here to serve, participate, and Premier Lee Chiang, please be assured that whatever is being said or circumstances and the complexity, we are here as a friend of China. So thank you very much. Enjoy the Philharmonic Orchestra, and Petronas, and the music, and the songs. I was seated beside the Crown Prince and also Premier Li Qiang. They marvel at the ability to switch from one language to another. I thank them. So thank you very much. I'm not giving a song, so I finish it here. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.